necessary.
How do we practice our corner kicks? You've played? How do you practice?
Place it down.
Right. A dozen soccer balls are laying here. The player's right there, and how far does that player have to move in order to do a corner kick? So now they pick it up, they put it down, they center it, and now it's the next ball, and we center it. What happens in the game?
They've got to run over there.
Oh, yes. They have to chase after the ball, and sometimes up to 20 yards, retrieve the ball, and bring it into this area. That's in the game. By the time they run 20, another 20, and place it down, what happens to their heart rate? It's gone up. They're a little bit tired. Maybe fatigue sets in, and now we can't figure out why in the game are they knocking the ball either into the side panel or putting it over in the bushes over here. How do you think I'm going to suggest that you do your corner kick practices? What do you start with?
Train the ball. Yeah, train towards reality.
Excellent. We serve the ball over the goal line in practice. Have the players retrieve it. Put it into that area, and now you take your corner kick. In other words, be as realistic to the game as possible.
The corner kick occurs after the ball totally crosses the goal line, last touched by a defender. While the players practice the corner kick, the fundamental soccer coach observes and helps when necessary.
When shooting on goal, in practice, you have an awful lot of coaches who do shooting on goal with what kind of a ball? Stationary. How often in the game is the ball stationary? On a direct kick. So if there's a penalty, you will put the ball down stationary. Now if you put the ball down stationary, what will you always have between the ball and the goal? People. So one of the things, if you're going to have stationary soccer ball practices, be sure that you put at least one player between the ball and the goal so that your players create what habit? Bending the ball around the wall. Not just having a stationary ball that they shoot on goal. It's not realistic to the game. Do you understand this so far? Point number 2 is, what kind of ball do they usually face in the game? What kind of a ball would it be? A moving ball. My preference is that you start out by having maybe the players dribble the ball before they take their shot on goal. But how do most of us run our practices as far as shooting on goal is concerned? One is stationary ball. The other one, I call it America's favorite exercise. It's this one, where we have the players lined up, one after another this way. We have the coach standing right here with all the soccer balls around them, and then we have the goalkeeper here. Correct? Now what happens? One player at a time comes down here. Who in this exercise or drill gets all the exercise? The coach. I always know when soccer season starts. You know how I know? You walk into a grocery store and you'll see a guy our age or a lady our age, and they walk in something like this. What's it from? What's it from? Continuous repetition of this technique.
The fundamental soccer coach understands that there are 3 types of serves. First, the through pass. It's easy